Commissioners recently returned from the annual conference of the National Association of Counties, or NACO. There, they accepted an achievement award for the board's work on the Oakland County Mental Health Grant Initiative and celebrated Commissioner Lindsay Taylor's election as secretary of the Women of NACO Leadership Network. But it also marked the anniversary of an idea inspired from a previous NACO conference to launch a first-of-its-kind student loan debt counseling program across the county for residents. In July 2024, the board established the Oakland County Student Debt Relief Initiative and allocated $500,000 to assist the 172,000 residents carrying $6 billion in student loan debt. To help residents explore their repayment options, Oakland County partnered with Savi, a company with nearly a decade of experience in the student loan debt landscape. In this episode of the Sounding Board, we'll learn more about the program, the people behind it, and how Oakland County residents and employees can find debt relief opportunities at no cost.
I am Brendan Johnson. I'm the County Commissioner for the 4th District. I represent Auburn Hills and most of Rochester Hills. I've been a commissioner since November 2022. Personally, I have about $150,000 of student debt, but look, it's a contract that I made and I'm happy to do that repayment. The fact of the matter is repaying your student debt is complicated. It's not as easy as just giving a check to the federal government. There are servicers, those servicers get switched around, and a program like Savi is very helpful in being the interlocutor between us, the borrower, and the United States Department of Education, so that I am able to do those repayments.
So what is Savi?
Hi, my name is Lindsay Clark, and I'm the Chief Borrower Advocate here at Savi. The experience of being a student loan borrower is broken, and so we decided to do something about it and develop Savi as a technology platform and a human service to help borrowers not only better understand their student loans, but to navigate successfully from start to finish around some of these really complicated programs. Regardless of where you are coming into Savi from in that journey, we are able to help you pick up from where you started and navigate to the best possible outcome. Savi tool is designed to help build a personalized experience that's going to ensure a borrower is maximizing their savings and hopefully achieving freedom from their student loan debt as soon as possible.
And we're calling it a TurboTax for student loan repayment. What it means is it's easier for us, the borrowers, to make those repayments. And then what that means for us non-borrowers as just communities, it means more money in our downtowns, in our small businesses, supporting our local economies. That money stays here now instead of going off to Washington, D.C. And that's fantastic for all of us.
But can't student loan debt holders do this on their own? Why do they need help?
Sure, you could do repayment on your own. I was doing it on my own before Savi. It is complicated. I've had my servicer switched on me 4 times without me doing anything about it. Every time you do that, there is a paper trail that you have to do. They ask for things to be faxed to them. I don't own a fax machine. And for a lot of folks, if you're in public service loan forgiveness program, you've been working at nonprofits, so your former HR from 10 years ago at a nonprofit might not exist anymore. So yeah, sure, you could do this on your own. It is so much easier having a high-tech program like Savi help you along the way.
What Savi provides that a borrower can't do on their own is this. Not only are we going to show you what your best options are when it comes to repayment and if you're eligible for forgiveness, but we take it a step further. We take on all of that administrative burden for you, all of the forms and paperwork and applications that you need to submit to enroll in these programs. We pre-fill, digitize, and submit those on your behalf to ensure that they are accurate and they are getting there in a timely manner. And then we monitor those applications with you to ensure that those student loan servicers are reviewing and processing them correctly, you're getting on the right plan, and that each month you are progressing towards that end goal.
There are probably a lot of residents out there who are not familiar with this concept at all. What about an actual borrower's experience with Savi? Does Lindsay Clark have an example of that?
When asked to share a story, from our work in Oakland County, there's one in particular that really comes to mind. I had the pleasure of meeting this, young lady, but she approached me while we were giving a workshop in person at the Oakland County offices earlier this year. She had lived a long life doing lots of different things. She had a law degree, almost got her PhD, and now she was a clinical psychologist. And she was turning 70 this year. Unfortunately, she still had a little over $100,000 in student loan debt. And her servicer was telling her that she was past due by nearly $20,000 and that she would need to pay $20,000 in order to bring her account current, or else risk going into default and wage garnishment and all these things. I explained to her how we can help get her current without having to pay that $20,000. We then ended up scheduling a phone call together, and then we looped in her servicer, and we basically got her account squared away and brought current, and then we got her on a very, very low, I believe it's $0 monthly payment on an income-driven repayment plan. And I explained to her that she would be eligible for public service loan forgiveness, and that she would be eligible not years from now, but actually today. All we needed to do was just submit these forms. She was sort of thinking that she was destined to basically, never be able to retire, and we changed that for her entirely. And it started just with that conversation.
What makes this a first-of-its-kind program for Oakland County?
Got this really great culture of what if, right? What if government were able to leverage itself to help all residents with this, in addition to being a great software platform where you can do repayments and they'll take care of a lot of the paperwork for you. Savi does also provide other things too, right? So when the Big Beautiful Bill was making its way through Congress, Savi was providing webinars to all of us who have student debt or are in the program about what the consequences of that federal legislation would be on those of us with debt.
Here you have local government, a county, who has decided to take it upon themselves to help their residents with their student loan debt. We have not seen that before in any other county in the country. And our goal right now is to just get the word out there and make sure that as many residents as possible know that their county stands behind them and wants to support them in this journey towards student debt freedom.
And now is the time. If you're an Oakland County resident, visit oakgov.com/Savi, that's SAVI, today. Nearly 2,500 of your friends and neighbors have already begun saving about $141 per month on their student loan debt and will have an average of over $43,000 of their debt forgiven. Sign up for complimentary services from Savi is slated to close September 30th, 2025, but anyone who registers before that deadline will receive a full year of support at no cost.